we are going to be talking about money, right? You would have spent a total of why am I so dramatic?
3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Success. I am a Nigerian trained registered nurse currently living and working in Phoenix, Arizona, United States. And this is my YouTube channel, of course. Anyway, I make videos about nursing and migration as a nurse to the United States. If you know you are one who wants to migrate to the United States, definitely click the subscribe button and remain on my channel. Binge watch my videos, especially the first one. I basically laid out all the information from the beginning to writing the nclex. You could literally use that video as a step-by-step, just one video. Yes, it's about 20 something minutes long, as a step-by-step process to the end. So basically what I'm going to be talking about today is money. We are going to be talking about money, right? What I'm talking about is for people who want to self-sponsor themselves on this journey to becoming a Usrn. So if you are one of these, definitely stay tuned so you can know the average amount it would take you to do this process from the beginning to the stage of nclex. That's where I'm going to cover. I'm going to be using my step-by-step guide and also giving a figurative amount, just an average, a range, so you could have an idea of what figures we're looking into. So if you watched till this point and you've not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Please subscribe and like this video. And before I forget, my Instagram name is going to be on the screen. If you're not following me on Instagram, please follow me on Instagram, because that's one of the ways you can reach me, and my email will also be in the description box below. So for today's video, I'm going to be using case study of Joseph Silney for evaluation and Texas Board of Nursing as the Board of Nursing. I know many people use different Board of Nursing. There's New Mexico, there is Illinois, there's New York, but for today's video I'm going to be using a case study of Joseph Silney and Texas. Why? Because that's what I recommend to people. Joseph Silney is one of the evaluation body. I know a lot of people know CGFNS, but right now I'm actually telling people to use Joseph Silney because they are faster than CGFNS. And the reason why everyone uses CGFNS because of visa screen, Joseph Silney now offers visa for nurses, more like visa screen as well. So basically you're going to have your visa screen certificate from Joseph Silney, so you don't really need CGFNS anymore if you're using Joseph Silney. Other evaluation bodies do not do do not give visa screen at the end of the day. They don't offer that service, so that's why I don't recommend it for people out of the United States. Evaluation body like ERES, which is what I used, I was already here, that's why I used them. But if you're out of the United States, I would advise you to use Joseph Silney or CGFNS, that you can as well apply for visa screen when it's time for you to apply for a green card with the same evaluation company. I know I mumbled a lot of words together, but if you've watched my first and second video, like the very first and second video on my channel, you definitely understand what I'm talking about. Now, if you are one who really wants to start this process but don't know where to start from, wondering how much it would take you, there are two processes before I continue. One is using an agency from the beginning, and the second one will be self-sponsoring. So this video are for those who wants to self-sponsor themselves. But if you have like some financial constraints, or you don't just want to spend all this amount I'm going to mention right now, there's an option for you to use an agency. So it's basically traveling as a nurse to the United States for free. You just have to use an agency from the beginning, apply to them, and they're going to sponsor you. If you want a video on that, let me know in the comment section. I'm going to make a video on how to use an agency, like literally traveling to the US for free. But it has its pros and its cons, right? If you want a video of that, please mention in the comment section, and I'm going to make a video on that. Today's video is just going to be on the amount for self-sponsor, but we're starting. So step one, I said we're using Joseph Silney and Texas and Nigeria as a case study. I am from Nigeria, so I could basically tell you the amount that each process costs using Nigeria as a case study. If you're watching this video and you're from any other country, please try to get the amount this will take in your currency. So the first thing on my list right here is purchasing an application form from your evaluation body. So currently Usrn for international nurses cost $400 for application. Yep. So if you want to take a pen and a paper to write it down to see the estimate, I have mine right here. So if you want to take yours so you could make an estimate, please go ahead. I'm waiting. Okay. All right. So Usrn, $400. The next thing will be transcript from your school. I don't know your school. I don't know how much that will cost. But when I did mine from my school, this costs around $75. In Naira, my transcript was 8,000, and then the courier fee was about 38,000 because they had to send it, the paper copy, to the evaluation body. So that will give or take around $75. The currency I'm using is dollars. Okay. So the next step will be to send those forms as well to NMCN, Nigeria, or any country you are from. For Nigeria, the estimate will be in Naira around 68,765. And in dollars, I'm just going to put $100 for that. The exchange rate actually changes a lot of times, so I'm just going to leave it at $100. After that, the next thing you're going to do is to register with your state board of nursing. I'm using Texas as a case study, and Texas is currently $75. And the next thing you want to do is to fingerprint. Texas use a company called Identigo for their fingerprints, and this will cost about $39.05, which is approximately $40. The next step will be the Pearson VUE fee, which is around $200 because you're about to register for your exam right now. You need to register for Pearson VUE. That's the body that conducts the NClex. So that's $200. And after that, now you have your ATT, your authorization to test for the NClex. What next? Where are you going to test for this exam? It's not the only place in Africa this exam is being tested is South Africa. So if you're anywhere in Africa and you can't travel to the United States, the United Kingdom, to the Philippines, you want to go to South Africa. So from Nigeria, what I saw online, the South Africa visa will cost $12. And then the flights, I also saw it online, like the current rate at the moment I'm shooting this video is $600. I just made a round figure. It was around $500 and something from Lagos airport to South Africa. But I just made it $600, so that will give you like an estimated amount. And then you're going to write the exam, so you're definitely going to sleep somewhere. So I just browsed like hotels in South Africa. I wasn't planning on adding this part to this video because it's kind of dicey, like depends, you could have a relative in South Africa and all that stuff, but I just wanted to add it. Like, this is just a rough estimate on how much do you need to keep, how much you need to save, how much do you have to have before you start this process on your own, so you don't get stranded anywhere or get stuck anywhere. Remember, you could spread out this process within a year or even 8 months. This is getting faster than you think, so you don't have to get it all together to start, as long as you meet the deadlines to avoid having to reopen application again. So the hotel, I saw a hotel of about $44. I just picked the cheapest one. I don't know where your center is, but that's just like an estimate. $44 a night. If you're staying for 5 days, because you're not just going to write the exam and go back to your country. No, we don't do that here. You're going to want to explore South Africa, I think. So I gave you $44 for 5 nights. So that would be $220 for accommodation. And then the most important part is study prep. If you haven't watched my video on what best resources for the NClex, please do. I explained about 8 resources because I used all of them. Basically, almost all of them. And I was able to like find the best one that worked for me. But with my explanation of all the resources, you'll be able to see what kind of learner you are and which one will work better for you. So for study prep, I used UWorld because everyone talks about it and it's really good. They're currently around $3 $300 for 3 months. I would advise, if you're purchasing UWorld, please buy the 3 month option, not the 1 month or the 2 month. Depends. Anyway, the 3 month option offers you 2 tests. That's why I like it. And then you have enough time to go over all the questions and make use of your money worth. But if you're studying for the NCLEX in less than 3 months, then definitely check out the 1 month option or the 2 month option. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be talking about the 3 months option, which is $300 for 3 months for UWorld. And then if you want to buy Sunders to add to the side of it, I always recommend using Sunders as an international student anyway. So I just added like an extra $200 if there's any other thing you want to purchase. So give or take, your study prep will be around $500 for the NCLEX. Now, from the beginning, which is your certificate evaluation with yourself, Sony, to this point where you wrote the NCLEX in South Africa and you passed, you would have spent a total of why am I so dramatic? Anyway, 2,147 in naira. This will be approximately 1.6 million naira. Now, you don't have to have all of this at once, but if you have like a steady source of income, or you know you're going to get this amount, then definitely start this process on your own. And for my folks in UK, this is change, you guys. Anyway, you will be able to afford this, I believe, because most of you guys have been migrating here. So this will just give you an estimate of what you're going to spend. So say $2,000 to about $2,500, and it may not be up to at all, right? Because there are different factors to this, like your school transcript, the nursing council of your country verification. They might be cheaper than what I wrote here, or they might be more expensive. So all these factors are going to come into play. I hope I've been able to answer that pressing question in your mind of how much you need to have or how much you're going to spend for this process. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please subscribe. Share this video to as much people you think would need it, and then like. Bye.